3 days after the Loma Prieta earthquake, the Marina district looked like a failure of geometry. Buildings constructed on loose fill simply lost their foundations, leaving multi-story apartments pitched at angles that signaled total physical displacement. The damage across the city followed a chilling pattern. Entire apartment houses were perfectly pancaked and compressed into a single dense ground-level strata, while the upper floors remained eerily intact. Workers clearing the beach street debris expected to find solid wreckage. Instead, digging 10 feet below the surface, they hit a pocket of still, recycled air, a structurally stable void that had survived the weight of the collapse. This schematic documents the interior. Behind a red fissure, investigators found a hotel door numbered 22,047. The corridor didn't end at the property line. It spiraled downward into the bedrock, forming an impossible labyrinth that bypassed standard structural physics. The marina's collapse did much more than destroy architecture. It violently folded space, exposing a deep, pre-existing pocket that had been hidden beneath the city's foundation for decades. Months after the cleanup, the academic community reframed the disaster as a byproduct of liquefaction. In the marina, the shaking ground behaved like a liquid, losing its ability to support the weight of the city. This process didn't just destabilize the surface, it caused the earth to churn, pushing up older, buried strata and debris from the 1906 disaster that had been sealed underground. The Beach Street seismograph data revealed a rhythmic pattern. The aftershocks weren't decaying, they triggered at fixed, evenly spaced intervals. We classified this harmonic resonance as a localized geological system that is breathing, continuously replaying a frequency without energy loss. These recurring spikes are identical clones of the initial earthquake. The Earth has created a localized feedback loop, a wound where the geological record has stalled and is endlessly replaying a preserved tragedy. This anomaly centers on room 22,047. It is anchored at the absolute bottom of the spatial rift, suspended miles beneath the physical debris of the marina. The mechanics of the trap are unyielding. Anyone inside that room is forced to physically experience the final seconds of the building's collapse, resetting to the moment before impact immediately after the floor's pancake. The timeline of this event is degrading. The interval between the collapse and the temporal reset is compressing into tighter, faster cycles, accelerating the frequency of the trauma. Extraction is a physical impossibility. The surrounding mass fused into an impenetrable geological layer, sealing the room behind feet of crushed concrete and twisted steel. Only a single piece of evidence escapes the rebel, the muffled sound of a voice. It is methodically counting the final seconds of October 17th, 5:04 p.m., trapped behind the concrete. The subject is now a stratigraphic layer, a conscious fossil folded into the marina's foundation and assimilated into an unyielding geological recording. In February of 1990, a secondary seismic event triggered a final shift in the neighborhood's substrata. The sheer weight of the upper architecture and the surrounding earth ground downward. The bedrock shifted, permanently crushing the spatial rift and sealing the void. Engineering crews found the new seal impenetrable. Every drill and excavation tool failed at the threshold, meeting a density that human machinery simply couldn't breach. The earth eventually corrects its own temporal wounds. It buries them beneath overwhelming physical mass, choosing structural finality over the preservation of the individual. We keep our records and our reports, but eventually, the earth covers the wound. Its memory of violence is the only one that remains permanent. The harmonic resonance has faded. The protocol is to abandon the site and leave the subject to the geological record. Disaster perfectly preserves what it destroys, then locks it away from our reality forever. Total darkness.